It's early morning in Manhattan, 1998. A young trader sits at his desk, heart pounding. He's just hit a massive winning streak. Everyone's calling him a genius. But behind that applause lurks a quiet question no one dares voice. Is this skill or just dumb luck masquerading as mastery? Nassim Taleb peels back the curtain on this confusion, exposing how randomness fools even Wall Street's sharpest minds. But what if luck and skill aren't what you think? Stick around, this story's only just begun. Imagine mistaking a lucky break for raw talent. Most traders do this daily, betting their reputations on it. Taleb throws cold water on this myth by zooming in on real cases that blur the lines between chance and competence. Meet John, a trader in London, who turned a measly $10,000 into over $1 million in under a year. Everyone called him a prodigy, and his phone never stopped ringing. But then came the crash. John's empire evaporated almost overnight, revealing that his success was less strategy, more a lucky run on a blackjack table. He didn't see it coming, and neither did his admirers. Think of randomness like a poker game where some hands simply can't be won regardless of skill. Taleb argues that life and markets are filled with these wild cards, unpredictable events that shift outcomes dramatically. It's like betting on dice that can't be fair, where even the best player can lose or win purely by chance. Once you grasp that luck and skill often masquerade interchangeably, you start seeing patterns more clearly. Taleb's insight: train your mind to distinguish a genuine skill curve from random noise. This mental filter helps prevent you from celebrating luck as wisdom, transforming how you trust your instincts and decisions. Ever wonder why certain stories explode while others fade to black? Taleb calls out a sneaky culprit: survivorship bias. By focusing on winners, we blind ourselves to countless invisible failures. That distortion shapes your worldview more than you realize. During World War II, analysts studied bullet holes on returning planes, suggesting armor where the damage was worst. Statistician Abraham Wald, however, argued the opposite: protect areas with no bullet holes because those planes never made it back. It's a perfect example of survivorship bias, the danger in focusing only on survivors without studying the vanished many. Survivorship bias means we overestimate the odds of success by looking only at winners. Imagine a flashy startup interview showing sky-high returns. What it hides are dozens of silent failures, companies that crashed and burned, their stories untold but shaping the true landscape beneath the hype. Taleb urges a mindset shift: seek out the missing data behind every success story. The unseen losers aren't just tragedies, they're rich lessons. Once you account for them, your odds of making smarter predictions improve dramatically. You think you're in control, right? Taleb says we're wired to believe we know more than we do, especially after a string of wins. That overconfidence is a sneaky trap, ready to crash your world without warning. There was a trader named Paul who posted an unbeaten record for months. Clients trusted him blindly. Then came a single freak event, a mega market move no one predicted, that wiped out his gains. Paul's downfall wasn't just bad luck. It was a classic case of overconfidence, blinding him to rare but devastating risks lurking in the shadows. Taleb compares overconfidence to a slow virus infecting your brain. It makes you underestimate uncertainty and ignore the real scale of possible failures. Like a high roller fooling himself into thinking every risky bet is a sure thing, the virus grows quietly until it strikes with a brutal lesson. The payoff? Taleb teaches that genuine success flows from recognizing what you don't know. Embracing humility sharpens judgment and makes room for luck's many twists. In uncertainty, humility becomes your best strategy for navigating chaos without crashing. We love stories. They help us process chaos. But Taleb warns that our hunger for neat narratives can trick us into seeing patterns that don't exist. This storytelling habit is more dangerous than you think. Taleb recounts how a charlatan sold miracle cures by spinning compelling tales. People attributed their health improvements to the snake oil, ignoring randomness and placebo effects. The power of narrative blinded customers to facts, a classic example of how we conflate correlation with causation under story's spell. The narrative fallacy is like a magician's misdirection. Your brain craves order, so it fills information gaps with invented connections. Imagine connecting unrelated dots in a constellation that looks like a dragon, yet it's just random stars. This mental shortcut can create dangerously misleading beliefs. The reveal, recognizing how stories hijack your reasoning, lets you pause and question the plot. Detaching from narrative-driven thinking opens space for skeptical analysis, better decision-making, and an appreciation for randomness, not neat tales. If randomness is a beast, how do you tame it? Taleb doesn't ask you to fear it, but to dance with it. The final secret is learning to thrive in uncertainty by embracing, not resisting, randomness. Taleb introduces the idea of antifragility, systems that don't just survive shocks, but grow stronger because of them. Think of your muscles tearing during exercise, forcing growth. Markets, careers, even your mind can become antifragile by leveraging randomness rather than fearing it, absorbing stress as fuel. Rather than smoothing out volatility, Taleb suggests seeking it like a dancer chases rhythm. The occasional setback isn't just a risk, but a necessary spice that keeps systems flexible and resilient. It's like pruning a tree. Cutting branches leads to new, stronger growth. Here's your takeaway. Don't crave certainty, it's an illusion. Instead, design your life and decisions to harness randomness. Take small bets, learn fast, expect surprise. That shifts randomness from a threat into your competitive advantage. Remember our trader from Manhattan? He thought luck was skill and almost got wiped out. Now you get why his story repeats everywhere, from markets to everyday choices. Next time you celebrate a streak or admire success, ask yourself, am I seeing skill or just randomness playing its tricks again? Try this. Keep a journal of your wins and losses and note when luck might be involved. That small habit trains you to spot patterns, dodge the luck skill trap, and make smarter moves. Because once you see the game behind the game, the world looks a whole lot clearer. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.